Hey gang, what's happening? This is Ryan Yokome, CEO of Money and Miracles Breakthrough Coaching. And today I'm really excited because I'm gonna teach you how to ignite your self-confidence in about 2 to 3 minutes. So here's the deal. I brought my car into the video with a very simple purpose. I'm really proud of this car. Not necessarily of the car, I'm proud of the person that I had to become to acquire the car. So this is one thing that I've learned over the past several years of business, is it's not about the things you get or the business you create, it's about the person that you become in the process to acquire or create those things. You follow me? So my intention with this video is to give you 3 very simple ways that you can ignite your self-confidence in about 2 to 3 minutes. So I'm sitting at the top of this mountain and it's like, as the sun comes out, it is beautiful and it's sunny and it is fresh, and I'm gonna show you a clip behind me after of this beautiful panoramic view that you'll see at the end of the video. But what I really want you to take away from this video is how do we remove some of the fears that you're feeling from growing your business and moving you into a space of a tremendous amount of self-confidence to be able to grow the business and create the success that you want to create. So here's the crazy thing. The last 3 weeks, I spent a ton of time, and I can't see anything because that sun is like blaring my face. So I'm gonna, excuse me, put on my sunglasses. So the last 3 weeks, right? I spent a ton of time doing coaching calls and 20-minute free breakout strategy sessions with many of you. In fact, I may have spoken with you. And this is what I found inside our community, guys, is there's so many of you that have these tremendous, huge goals. Like, I love hearing about, the time freedom you want to create with your family, or to travel, or to pay off debt, or to accomplish something you've never accomplished before and make your parents or your family proud. And then I hear, the side of you guys that is just filled with fear. I mean, fear of self-doubt and procrastination and lack of confidence and what others will think of you. And a lot of you are really afraid of rejection, afraid of success, afraid of failing, and all these things are stopping you guys from creating, the kick-ass business that you guys know you can absolutely create. So we're gonna play around with some stuff today. I'm gonna teach you some things, and then I'm gonna give you a bit of homework. So this is gonna help you. I think we're good on the sun here. So there's 2 types of things that you gotta really understand when it comes to businesses. Everything comes down to us, right? It comes down to us. And this is what I want you to really get out of this, being in our community, is that everything comes down to our ability to take responsibility. And so the first thing we have to look at is, hey, how am I showing up in business and in other people's life? Am I showing up as the lower version of myself, meaning I'm filled with fears, I'm filled with doubts and insecurities, and I'm staying in that space? Like, that's the space that I'm living in. Or am I moving that energy over to the space of my brilliance and my light and my confidence and my certainty, so I can build my business from that space? And there's that sun again. So there's 2 different things that we can play with here, right? And this is what I found. If you stay in this space down here and this energy of vibration of your wounds, you'll stay in there, and it will be very frustrating for you because you're actually not seeing your light. You're actually focusing on your darkness, and you're focusing on, your pain and frustrations. And a lot of times, many of you felt like, what's wrong with me? Something needs to be fixed. I feel broken, right? And then in this space, this is when you're fucking on. Like, you're ready to go. Like, pardon my language, I get excited. You're ready to go, right? You're like ready to do this. You're ready to rock your business. And when you're in a different state. You can feel it in your heart, you can feel it in your presence. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to think back in your past and go back to any time that you felt you were really proud you accomplished something. In fact, I want you to focus on 3 specific events in your life. And those events are pivotal moments in your life where you knew something shifted, where something changed, and something changed internally for you. So let me give you an example, right? These are my big 3 pivotal moments. This is why I brought the freaking car in. So this car is my first BMW. I before had never had a high-end European car. I've had this car for a couple years now. And at the time, I walked into the dealership because I wanted to get a Beamer, and I saw this car sitting in the inside showroom, and in a second, I knew that was the car I was gonna get. Like intuitively, I had to hit. And then I was like, holy crap, how am I gonna afford this? There's no way I can afford this. There's no way I can afford, how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna make this happen? And all of the doubts crept in, like the lower self, right? So I'm like, oh my God, how am I actually gonna be able to afford this? And I had that trust and that feeling. And so long story short, it was a month or a month and a half later, I ended up getting the car. And I can tell you guys, when I think back on that moment, it is such a powerful moment. I showed up as the best version of myself to obtain the materialistic thing. So the lower version of myself, that car would not be here right now. And I want you guys to understand, materialistic things are great. You know, it's great to have them, it's a ton of fun. But in order to acquire the materialistic things, we have to become, in our hearts, the person that we want to become to acquire the materialistic things. So I had to show up as the best version of myself. Does that make sense? So that to me is a pivotal moment where I learned to show up as the best version of myself. The second one is when I went out and broke my first month earning $10,000 a month working from home in my home-based business. This had been a goal of mine for years. And I remember the month I hit it was February of 2012. And it was such a pivotal moment for me, because in order for me to create that kind of success, I had to show up as this version, because this version was keeping me broke. You guys follow me? And the third moment for me was completing my first half marathon and my first Olympic triathlon, first triathlon ever. Those two moments for me were just like, wow, like look at what I've been able to accomplish with being disciplined and focused and having the right mindset, the right support group, and having the courage to go out there and do this. That was, you know, really pivotal moment for me that I could believe in myself. So this is what I want you to do. This is your homework, okay? This is your homework. I want you to go through, like when I'm coaching with people, my goal is to, I can identify really quick what's blocking them. And we can pinpoint the exact thing or the exact things that are stopping them. And then it's like, okay, great, how do we heal those things and move you into space of your brilliance, of your light, of your certainty, and say, great, you're playing in this area, let's move you into this area. And so I want you guys to go back and just write down the 3 pivotal moments in your life where you felt you accomplished something huge, where you felt you accomplished something that was far beyond what you ever believed you could ever do, and you freaking did it. And whatever that looks like, it doesn't have to be you got a car or anything materialistic. It could be you completed a race, you know, whatever. It could be that you signed up in your business, anything. But I want you to just think, you know, the 3 pivotal moments. What I want you to do is write them down. I want you to write them down. And then when you feel yourself being in that state of like, oh man, I feel like crap, and why do I beat myself up, and I have these fears, I want you to remind yourself, hey, there's also this other version of myself that I can show up as. And this version of myself, woo, it's fire. Like, let me rock this. So I want you to look at that paper and say, wow, look at these 3 things I accomplished, and look at the person who I was to accomplish those things, and then step into that space, because that's a beautiful space. So I want you guys to do that. Now here's the deal. This is a sad reality of marketing on the internet or sharing a message on the internet. Is probably about 2 to 4% of you will actually do this. Write down your 3 things. The rest of you guys have trained yourself to watch stuff online and do dick all, pardon my language. Do nothing, right? You guys will just watch stuff and not take action. Break the habit. You've gotta break the habit. So breaking the habit looks like this. Right when this video ends, writing down your 3 moments where you felt so accomplished, so proud of yourself, keeping that in a space in your house where you can see it all the time. And then going into when you feel the fear, you're afraid of rejection, you're procrastinating, all those things, think back, hey, who am I? Who was the person I was when I accomplished those 3 things? And I want you to step into that space. And I want you to say, you know what? I don't need to stay in the space of darkness. I can move into my space of brilliance, and I can rock this. I want you guys to do that, and I definitely want to hear, like, down below in the comment section. I genuinely want to hear, what are the 3 moments in your life where you felt the most proud of what you've accomplished? Post them, 1, 2, 3. Share them with me, guys. Share with the community. Share this blog post and this video, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks again for watching the Money Miracles TV series. This is Ryan Yokome signing off. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Thank you.